Hi guys, let's get down to basics.
It's all about fishing.
So today we're going to be going over method feeder basics. Now, when I first wanted to start using the method feeder, I found it quite overwhelming. I didn't know what to do, what I needed. So it put me off using it for quite some time. So I've seen a few people ask about questions about the method feeder. Hopefully I can answer some of them for you today. So, method feeder basics. Let's get to it. So first you're going to need a method feeder rod. So I would recommend an 11-foot. Whatever brand you want is entirely up to you, depending on what you can afford, what your favourite brands are. I've got this one. It cost me £20 and it was in a sale, so it does me just fine. And it came complete with the quiver tips that it needed as well. So next, you're going to need a reel. So next, I found reels quite overwhelming. There's so many of them, different kinds, different types, and I had no clue what any of them meant. However, with a little help from my dad, I've decided on the Daiwa Ninja 3000. This is because it's medium strength for what I need it for. It's great for the coarse fisheries that I use, that I go on, and it does the job. If I was going to start going to bigger fisheries, and casting further, then I'd go to a 4000. However, this one does me just great.
Next is line, and I'm using the sinker feeder line. Now you can use normal line because it does sink. However, sinker feeder line is best for the method feeder because it sinks quicker. So whichever line you use is up to you, whatever brand. And again, for strength of the line, because I don't know what you're fishing for. However, this is what I'm using, and I would recommend using sinker feeder line over normal reel line. And next, you're going to need a method feeder.
So today I'm going to be using the Guru X Safe. Again, people have their own preferences on what brand or anything like that. I'm not sponsored by anybody. I just like using this method feeder because I know it's accepted on all fisheries. Some feeders are not allowed on some fisheries. As I know this one is guaranteed that it's okay and safe to use, I just stick with this one. But again, as long as you're using our method feeder, we're on the right tracks. So, how do we attach the method feeder? Right, I thought this was quite daunting as well. And it's alright, people saying, oh, it's easy. It's easy if you know. If you don't know, then it's just a minefield and it's very daunting. So I'll run through it with you, okay? So, the method feeder comes in two bits. So you've got this part, and there's this little bit that comes in like that in the packet, okay? Now, you got to take this part off and put it on your line, yeah? Then, you want to make a loop. So with your little swan neck doofer, make a loop. Okay? So you've got this, and now a loop. Okay? Then, see this little black loop, this little black dot? It's actually a very, I wish it would focus a little bit better for you. I am sorry. It kind of looks like a little U shape. Now what we're going to do is we're going to thread the line over that part and pull up, and it clicks into place then. You see that? There you go. See that? Clicks into place. And then this part that you've just pushed up goes over the top like that. And that's it. That's how you apply this method feeder. It is very straightforward. Okay? Now for the hook, alright? So you've got this little part at the bottom. Now for method feeders, it needs to be hair rigs, alright? It can't be any old length of hook length. You need hair rigs for your method feeder, okay? So I've got one with a little tag on it because I like to use meat a lot or sweet corn on my method feeder. So these ones with tags are brilliant. Now I'm going to do a little video for people that don't know what the different attachments on hooks are for, because again, people assume everybody knows. Everybody doesn't know. So this is why I'm doing these videos, because people assume, oh, everybody knows, oh, that's easy, and it's not. And if you don't know, you just don't know where to start. So we'll go through it together, okay? So we're going to attach it to the bottom here. And you straight through. And then what we're going to do is we're going to put the hook. See, now we've got it like this. Okay, so I've got the loop here and my hook here. And then I put it through the little tag first. And then over the hook. And then I grab hold of the hook. She says, one moment. Oh, it's on the wrong way. Yeah. And there. That's done now. Your method feeder is good to go. Okay, so now let's put some bait on the method feeder, okay? So like I said, we're going to put some bait on this method feeder, okay? So I like using meat a lot on my method feeder. So got a little bit of meat here. It's just a bit of luncheon meat. It's been soaked in fajuka because I like using that stuff. Again, everybody's their own preference of what they like to use. Use corn, use bacon grill if you want. Use whatever you, okay? Use dead maggots, whatever floats your boat. Okay, so that. And we're just going to pop it through there. There. And that's my hook prepared now. So, why do we need the mould? Okay, so I'll go through this. Now, again, people say, oh, this is dead easy. But it does take practice. The amount of times I've tried to put a mould together and then it's not come out right, I can't even tell you. So, when some people go in, oh, it's easy, just don't say, come on. Right, so you need to put your hook with your bait on in the bottom of the mould, and your line comes out the big part at the bottom, and there's a reason for that, okay? Then we're going to pack it with whatever method mix you want to do, okay? Now, you can use types of ground baits, you can use ready mix, you can use whatever you like, whatever appeals to you, whatever somebody else has recommended. I'm not going to tell you what to use, just because, like I said, I'm not sponsored, I'm not endorsed. I like trying to do all different things. I don't have one particular favourite. So at the moment, I'm just going to say, go with what you like, okay? So now, I've packed it in. Now, you've really got to pack it in. Because if you don't, it won't come out of the mould in one piece, okay? So you've really, really got to pack that in there. And then press. And squeeze, okay? Now, you've got to make sure you get all the edges. You've got to get all the edges, right? Because if you don't, it isn't going to come out in one piece, okay? Ah, hurt my finger. And I made a pig's ear on that one. But like I said, it takes practice. And you know what? I'm not going to delete it when you take it, because you know what? This is what happens sometimes. It doesn't come out perfect, So, there we go. I've got it on my method feeder now. So now I'm going to cast in, okay? So, now I've gone through that with you. Get your line in. I'll go first.
Once you cast in and you tighten up your line, you want it so the tip of the rod is slightly bent. And then what will happen is, once the fish takes your hook, the rod will go completely 90 degrees. When that happens, there's a fish on. If it just taps it a little bit or it's wiggling around, that's not a bite. Don't lift your rod to that. That's either a fish, you know, swimming around your area, or a duck. You need to wait for it to go right round and stay there, because method feeder is self-hooking because of the weight of the method feeder. I hope you enjoyed this video and that it's helped somebody. If you need any help with anything, just send me a message. I'll do what I can to help you.
If you liked this video, like, share and subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tight lines, everyone.